All right. Hey, everybody. Yeah, I saw a lot of you are joining in from Dhruv's channel, so I thought, let me just quickly go live and, tell you what the entire story with the channel is. Because, the video definitely made you curious. The video was in Hindi, and of course, I mean, it's always kind of fun to, go back to your own mother tongue and, talk a bit about it. But, right. So, my name is Bharat Chaudhary, and I'm living in Germany, Hamburg. I did my master's from international management engineering from Technical University of Hamburg. So earlier it used to be Technical University of Hamburg, Harburg, but that's why you see the TUHH. Because some of you saw the video with Dhruv already, and if you haven't watched it, I mean, you should definitely go and take a look. It's just really, really nice and detailed video, because not just Dhruv is talking about his experience of how it was to study in Germany, but also it was kind of my inputs inside it too. So that was the more interesting part, because I did not know that he he studied his bachelor's and master's in Germany. So for me, it was, hey, let's do this collaboration, because I'm anyways talking about how you should do your master's and how you should study in Germany. So why not just collaborate and do something on that, right? So that was the story, and that's how we collaborated. That's how we sat down together and just decided to make this video. So that was actually super interesting. And also, if you're more interested about some other videos and stuff, you can just come to my channel. There are so many different kind of videos to just get started, for the introduction and everything. You can just take a look here about this collaboration I did with the Goethe Institute. Then that's Alina's channel. Alina is my wife, and she also does YouTube, so that's her channel. I have a Hindi channel called Charcha with Chaudhary, so you can also take a look there. So all of these different kind of stories, and plus you can just go to videos and just scroll through everything and just see what the story is. All right then. Now for the people who are purely interested in studying, now let me just then jump back onto the presentation which I quickly made, so that I can tell you what exactly the story is, and where you should be looking for, what you should be doing in case if you have zero idea. For the students who already have some kind of idea, and especially the students who are actually on my channel already, they know what the story is, and how do you start the studies in Germany and stuff. They have some idea about it. But for the students who definitely don't know anything, maybe the presentation helps you out. Alright, so starting you with Germany for 2020. So some kind of agenda and execution and plan, and what the story is, right? What the plan is, right? Another important thing, everywhere, so the website, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, everything is Bharat in Germany, so you can just take a look. All right. Perfect. So the topics. Let me put myself on the side. Now I'm here. Right. Now this is pretty much the very nice starting. All right. The announcements, the procedure, so there are some announcements that maybe helps the other students out too, who are actually already watching the channel, because it has been somewhat in the pipeline for the last few times. And the workflow, the online course, because a lot of the students also are asking about the online course, what the entire story is, hey, yeah, you made a video about it, and Dhruv talked about the course, what is the online course and everything. So let me just kind of show that. Now then you will have some kind of time to ask your questions, so that because you're attending the live session, the students who are joining in later, of course we cannot help them out, but at least for the starting, that's the story. Now the main reason for making the video at this time and exactly on 1st December was because the deadlines are pretty much ending towards 15th July, right? And that is the story. 15th July is the application deadline for your winter semester, which is starting in Germany in October. And if you're doing it, if you're wanting to come to the summer semester, then it is around 15 January. So these are the two major differences that you should always be kind of calculating with, because it is insane how much time and effort sometimes is to be put inside to get a nice result afterwards. And that is the reason like I have the course now. So you have, of course, like higher competition in the English taught programs. Now this is the story. Like in English taught programs, of course, you have a lot of competition, but for German taught programs, that is not the story. If you're coming for German taught programs, you can still be fine, and like, you can come with 55% in bachelor's, because in Germany, bachelor's is pretty much the only criteria which matters a lot. If you have bad score in bachelor's, then like maybe you should try to look for a German taught program in a German public university. And the reason I say German public university is because they have really good quality education, and that too completely for free. If you want to study in private university, like you definitely don't need my course. You can just apply on your own, and many a times like it's super easy. And this is the reason like the course is just like, not for everybody. It is just for the students who are planning to like study in a public university. If private university is not a problem, just go for it. That is not an issue at all. So you have higher competition, you have more demand for mechanical and CSE. This is also a question that a lot of students ask, like what kind of trades are like kind of more needed in Germany. So mechanical and CSE, like they definitely have an upper hand there. And also the preparation for the entire story of bachelor's, master's or PhD has to be done at least 4 to 18 months in advance. Right? Like you have to be always taking a look at that, like how much time you have. And as a general guideline, like I said, 15 July, consider it the last deadline for the winter semester. 15th January, consider it the last deadline for the summer semester. That's how the things work. All right, and the students who will be still having some questions even after the live session, like I will have the Q&A session afterwards. But even if your questions are not clear there, and if you want to book some appointments and stuff, the link is going to be in the description so that you can check that out. The important thing to remember is that many times, like the timing that you will see, of course, it is going to be adjusted towards your time zone. For me, it is going to be in the Central European time. Alright, so the application procedure, because I think like for the students who are just absolutely starting new, for them it is important. Like what entirely is the story with the application procedure, because for US it's different, for Canada it's different, and there like you heavily need like some kind of education consultants. If like actually you never need them, because like they definitely are not as smart as you. Many of the education consultants, they haven't done their masters, they haven't done their bachelors, and they definitely haven't done the masters in the country or in the university they're trying to send you in. With me, the story is completely different. Like I have done my master's in TUHH, I'm living in Germany, and I'm like so integrated to the country so that I can like really tell you what the reality behind the entire story is, and why exactly I'm like, trying to encourage you that you come study in Germany because of the opportunities and stuff. So I think that anyways is a general rule of life, that you try to always look up to people who have done something that you want to do. And just that is the story with me. So the profile evaluation. So the first thing that you're going to look is your profile good enough? Like, should you be coming for a German taught program, or should you be coming for an English taught program? Then afterwards, you're going to take a look at the next thing, which is going to be finding courses. Now you find courses on dart.de, and there is like a lot of different kind of courses that you can check out there. There are some also like international programs, some are like just purely German taught programs. So just take a look. Afterwards, you shortlist the universities. Now like you have the entire database, and then afterwards you start saying, all right, this course is good enough for me, this isn't, I'm not going to take it. And that's how you do it. Like you just shortlist the universities. Then afterwards, you organize the universities on the basis of your criterias, and they could be different. Like maybe you're the kind of person who really like the practical stuff. So like for you, University of Applied Sciences is going to be better. And maybe you're the person who is just like into purely research and you want to do a PhD afterwards. Then for you, like the normal universities is going to be better. Then how do you apply? You generally apply via UniAssist or via UniAssist with VPD and then directly to the university. And the third mode is applying directly to the university. Now they also have their own like different kind of procedures, but like these three are the basic ones, and like that's how you apply. There's like no fourth procedure other than these three. Then seventh is, once you've applied, now you will have to wait for around 4 to 6 months, and then you will be receiving the admits. Now, it is really a story of how soon you apply, to what kind of universities do you apply to, and did you just really diversify your portfolio. If you just say, hey, I'm only going to apply to TU Munich, RWTH Aachen, KIT, then it is going to be very, very difficult in case things go wrong that you get some other admits too. And this is the reason, first of all, you apply to a lot of universities. You apply to at least 10 to 15 universities. The second thing is, you apply to the universities whose courses you absolutely love. So it shouldn't be a university where you're saying, this is crazy, I'm not going to do it, and I'm not going to go to this university, and the reason for that is maybe it's in a small city or something, and that shouldn't be the case. You should be going to a university when you like the course, nothing else, right? Alright, either you receive the admits or you receive the rejections, and this is just a very common story because both of the things can happen. Now, if you applied soon enough, if your profile really fit the kind of course that you're wanting to study, then you get the admit, otherwise you get the rejection. And if you get the rejection, you still have a chance, which is applying with the reconsideration letter. And this is again super important thing. I've made videos about it on the YouTube channel, you can check it out. And the reconsideration letter pretty much gives you one last chance to still get an admit into that university. And I know about it because I pretty much went that way. I pretty much everything that I got in Germany was after a lot of fight, and after maybe other students would go through these things normal way. For me, it has always been different, mainly because I started a German taught, I did my master's first one in a German taught program, and the second one was again in the German taught program. So that is the story, and that's why if you receive rejections, don't lose heart, you still have an opportunity there. No? And start at least 4 to 18 months in advance, because you never know how much time you're going to take. So, workflow. No? Now, this is the DADS website, which I was talking about previously, where you will find all of the different kind of courses. And one very important feature that I like there is just a program comparison. That you choose 3 or 4 different kind of master's programs, you put them together in one list, and then it compares everything for you. Now you see the tuition fee differences, you see what kind of university or what kind of city it is in. Then you can see, is it a big city, is it a small city? Because the benefit of being in a big city is that you have a lot of collaboration with the major companies. I remember from my own studies, from my master's in TUHH, there were universities which were coming to my program for giving guest lectures, like Ernst & Young, KPMG. Then you also had Bain Consulting, but you didn't have McKinsey, just because they don't need any kind of advertisement whatsoever. So you have a lot of very reputed companies coming to your program and just kind of advertising their own company to you, so that they are able to get the best students possible. Now, in private universities, you don't see that much. So that is the difference, and this is the reason I say hey, go for a university, go for the university where you love the program, and try to kind of see if you're able to get the university near a big city. Now Saif Khan is asking, bro, can you tell me lump sum overall expenditure? So the overall expenditure of the entire masters is 10,236 euros. Not the entire master. So for 1 year. The next year it is going to be again 10,236 euros. So combined, you can say 20,452. 72 euros. So that is the story. It is free in the sense that you don't have to pay a single cent in tuition fee. In US, you would be paying at least $30,000 till $60,000 for tuition fee alone. Then you have to pay your monthly expenses, which is of course crazy. You should definitely kind of think about it, that you cannot live in US if you're just thinking about $60,000 is purely the tuition fee. Then you have to think about all the other expenses, your phone bill, your rent, your groceries, all of that. And in Germany, what I'm talking about, the 10,236 euros, they are everything combined for 1 year. You don't need anything else, right? So that is the details. Now you have an idea of like how exactly the entire application procedure look like. You see like how the workflow is going to be. How do you compare different kind of courses? Then afterwards, the online course, because a lot of students were asking about the online course, because like Dhruv discussed it, I think towards the end, about the online course too, and like told that you should really see if this course is something for you. And I think I absolutely liked what he said there, because this is true. Like this course is definitely not for everybody, and I am also like totally aware that like the course isn't cheap, but the course requires so much time. It requires so many efforts to actually, you know, pull you through, because this is a course like that you invest in one time, but you get the benefits till the time you're done with your masters. And nobody else, and I promise you, like absolutely nobody else is going to promise you that, because they don't want to take your responsibility when you're done with your, you know, visa. They're like, yeah, you're done with your visa, we have our money, like, you know, bye bye, we are not going to see you again. Which I find really sad, because if you really love your customers, if you really love your students, then you don't do it like that. You try to really see them succeed. And this is a story with my online course. Once you pay for the course, you are covered till the time your master is done. That means even when you're in Germany, you are like, you know, having any kind of questions whatsoever, there's constant guidance. I have live sessions every 2 weeks there. So every second Sunday at 10:30 a.m. I have the live session there. Then you have the email connection. Then we are like just discussing all of these different kind of things in the group. And a lot of students are actually already enrolled in the course. I mean, if you see like here, like this is the Facebook group, which is something that not everybody is joining from the course, but still like you have 184 students like still enrolled in the course. And so this is definitely not a course for everybody, and I'm aware about it. Like Dhruv is aware about it, and especially if you want to come for a private university, this is not a course for you. You can like absolutely do the entire application procedure whatsoever on your own. Like you don't need this course. This course is for the students who are trying to apply for the public universities, and public universities actually evaluate you way more strict than private university, because for private universities you're just a customer. For public universities, their entire funding depends on how good a candidate that they take. So this means your SOP has to be on point, your CV has to be on point, your letter of recommendations have to be according to the German standards too. I think the most important example from that is like CV. In CV, like sometimes students think like, you know, the Indian CV that we are using, that is going to be pretty much the same which will be used in Germany too, which is absolutely a horrible idea, because that is not true. And when students do that, where they write their marital status, they write their like nationality, and they sometimes even write their caste and religion, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, like this is not something that is required in a professional setting. You don't need that. You don't need to write your religion. You don't need to write your caste and all of that nonsense, right? So that is the story. Like, and like for all of that, you know, you have my course, and there is nothing else. And this is pretty much what the collaboration with Dhruv was like. So Dhruv was like, hey, can you like give some kind of discount to my audience? And I was like, yeah, 10% sounds fair, because like for me it's also a lot of work. Like you pay the $349 once, and then for me it is going to be like the next 2 to 3 years of work, or like sometimes 4 years, depending on how much time you're clearing your master's or bachelor's or PhD. And I have to like kind of, you know, work with you with that. So that is the story with that. Now, you can just go through the course, because I know a lot of different kind of, you know, questions will be answered right there. Then you don't like need to kind of figure out, hey, should I be getting this course or not? This is the Facebook group where all of the students are. So like we have 184 students already in the course. You have lifetime access, right? And like you also have just like one time investment. You don't have to pay again. And the students who don't want to like, you know, go for the one-time payment, and they want to take a payment plan, and I know like the course is expensive, and this is purely based on like how much time it takes me to kind of take care of you. So then you can also like go for the payment plans. A lot of students like opt for that too. So like that is not an issue at all. You can also take a look there, right? So that is the story, folks, about the course. And you can just look at other students, what they're doing. And I think there's also like one kind of preview lesson. Yeah. Is Germany the right place for you? I think that's definitely very important. All right. So the online course, this is the story about it. Now you can ask your questions. All of the links of the course and everything is going to be in the description. And then the students who are like, looking for any kind of discount, like which Dhruv was talking about in his video. So you have the €40 discount with the coupon code Dhruv10, and you can like just use it and like get the course. And then once you're enrolled in the course, it is like really important, because here you will enroll and then afterwards you have to like join the Facebook group, because all of the live sessions and everything, like they just happen in the Facebook group. So it's important, and that is the Big Academy students. Nah? Alright then, so that is the story. Now it is the time for you to ask your questions. Thanks a lot for watching the video. We are going to take the questions for the 10-15 minutes, and let's see what you have to ask. Now I'll switch to the face cam so that we can just discuss properly. Alright folks. Right, all of the links are going to be in the description. Vijay Karu is asking, I have backlogs since 3 years and I have cleared it. Is there any possibility of me getting in Germany for masters? Vijay, an important thing that I think many students don't really realize is that you do not need to have like completely clear kind of transcript of records for you to get admit in German universities. If you have 3 backlogs, it is totally fine. Like you will still be able to get an admit because the German system is designed that way. In Germany too, a lot of students fail in the exams, nah? But the end goal is that as long as your bachelor's has decent enough score, and even if you have some kind of backlogs, it is fine. You will still be able to get an admit in a German university. This is how it works. Alright, so now, Ashutosh Kumbar is asking, does TUHH compulsorily ask for GATE for MSc Mechanical Engineering and Management course, as this time they have mentioned it in the requirement list? So Ashutosh, the reason I'm telling is that the competition is rising is because the universities are putting on more and more strict kind of regulations. This means that they are not just going to take a look at, hey, are you kind of like, able to apply to this program just on the basis of your bachelor score, but they also want to see what additional things can you bring in. So are you like more qualified than most of the other students that you also gave the GATE exam and so on? So I think if they're writing the GATE exam this time, because it didn't used to be there till the last time, then you see the rise in the competition already. So like if they have written it, then it must be compulsory, and like you have to fulfill that. My course was International Management and Engineering, and it's an absolutely lovely course. I think it's ranked at number 2 in the entire Germany for management programs, management and engineering programs. And if you want to, learn German and come for a German taught program, that is a course I can 100% recommend you. An absolutely lovely course, and like you wouldn't find anything better. Like maybe in TU Munich, which is the Masters in Management program, but that's pretty much it, right? Okay, so McLean Silva is asking, what's the deadline for TUHH for winter semester? So for winter semester for TUHH, the deadline is I think around 1st March, but the exact dates, they differ every single time. So you can take a look for that on the TUHH website. It's super simple, and this is something you also have to like, kind of adjust with, because like sometimes they just tell you that, hey, come back every 1 week to take a look at if the application portal is open already or not. Okay, now Molloy Sina is asking, is it necessary that we should know how to speak and write German language? And I think this is an absolutely great question. And why I say that is because not only are you going to live in Germany where like everybody is speaking German, and many a times you would feel the need that, hey, you are going to, not able to survive if you are not learning German. The minimum level that you should really be aiming for when you're coming to Germany is at least B1. At least B1. And that is not even for like, studying in German universities. For that, you need a level of B2 or at least C1, C2. B2 at the time of application, and when you're enrolling in the university, which are 2 different things. then till the time of enrollment you need to clear test staff with 4x4 points. So this is like how things work. Alright, so now I have procedure for doing bachelor's in designing at Germany. So Shubham, the procedure for bachelor's, there are some YouTube videos you can check out, or like you can refer to my online course and like take a look there. Alright, so Mayur Jokare is asking, instead of IELTS, can we attach the English letter which is taken from Bachelor's University? Yes, Mayur. So another important thing that I think many of you should know, that is that some universities also allow a medium of instruction certificate, which you can submit to the university, and then you're exempted from writing any kind of IELTS exam. And if you take a look, I think here, like maybe sort by most popular or something, then if you take a look, then you're going to find out the like studying in Germany without IELTS. So it has like 141,000 views. Take a look here. Like this video will pretty much tell you like how exactly does it work, and will also like help you out further. Nah? So that is the story. Like medium of instruction certificate is also sometimes working, but it doesn't work in all the university, and that is something that you should absolutely keep in mind. If you want to apply to more universities, don't miss out on IELTS. Prepare for IELTS, give the IELTS exam, because then you're also able to apply to Canada, Australia, whatsoever, like if you are like, you know, kind of willing to study in some kind of other universities too. Alright folks, so that's the story. I have like more appointments coming in after this, so I will have to like kind of close the live session right now. But if you're still like kind of, you know, looking forward for the course or something like that, or like you want to start your procedure for studying in Germany, you can take a look. And if you have any kind of questions, because I also offer appointments here, so you can book an appointment on the course page, or you can book an appointment directly in the description of the video. So that is how easy it is. And like I said, regarding the course, I know this is not for everybody and it is a big investment. I'm completely aware about it. But there are students who like went through the course and actually are studying in German public universities. And this is the entire reason I have this course. I mean, I wouldn't be like talking about this course at all if it doesn't work. 184 members, and yeah, payment plans and everything. You have all of the necessary details now. Right? So that is pretty much it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching the video. I'm going to see you on the channel very soon again, hopefully. Just go through different kind of videos. I'm telling you, like sometimes it is possible that there is a video which you absolutely love and it is just there on the YouTube channel. You haven't just found it yet. And if you do that, you'll be, yeah, completely fine. Otherwise, my course, appointments, everything is there. Alright then. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.